Hello, I'm Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and welcome to my channel. For my subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you're new or just stopping by, please consider subscribing to my channel and make sure that you click that notification bell when you do so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. In today's video, we're going to be doing predictions for mid-April through mid-May for the water signs. That's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So how it works is that I pull a few tarot cards and do a general reading on water signs, and then for each of the water signs, I pull astrology cards, throw Astro Dice, and also pick an oracle card. That way every sign gets a reading. So if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you're in the right place. Sit back and relax, and let's get on with your reading. All right, so this is going to be the general reading for water signs. So for all of you water signs, of course, the first thing we have is the Ace of Cups. How appropriate. So this is your card, all of you water signs. Something new is coming. A new relationship, a new love, a new baby, a new beautiful, emotional, beautiful thing that you can get behind, that you can love. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Emotional, emotions. So it can be your emotions overflowing, but well, this is a general reading for water signs, so I would just say something wonderful that you can love. Now, the second card is the Two of Pentacles, and this is the person who is going back and forth, weighing their options, or somebody who is trying very much to make 2 coins into 4. They're just trying very, very, very hard to make more of what they have, and that's why they're kind of going back and forth. Do I buy this? Do I buy that? I don't have enough for both, so I have to decide between these two. So this is a person who might be struggling or might be worried a little bit about their finances. And then we have the Page of Cups, but it's actually reversed. So the Page of Cups is usually somebody who has a surprising announcement, somebody who has some information that they've uncovered and that they're bringing out into the open. And when it's upside down, it means that there is a secret or something unpleasant about it. So there could be some information that does come out that's unpleasant, or the secret could be hidden for a little while longer and you know it's hidden. So all of my water signs are very, very intuitive. So you have already picked up, maybe not what it is, but you have already picked up that there is a secret they're not telling us. All of you know this. And so again, it's either going to come out in this 30-day period and it's unpleasant, or it does not come out now and it comes out later. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is the card for legacy money, for big money, for money that's intergenerational. And so I'm guessing from this and from this card here that you're trying very hard to rebudget, that you're looking at your finances and trying to figure out where you can move things around so that you can have some money left over, so that you can save, so that you can invest, so that you can put a little money into that retirement fund or just put it in a coffee can for a rainy day. So you're trying very, very hard to think in long terms, and yet part of you is just very, very worried about the day-to-day and how you're going to get by with things. And I know for a lot of people right now, this is a very real concern. I'm not making light of it at all. I think one thing that you have to remember is that loving yourself first is the best way to attract a lot of good money into your life, a lot of good resources into your life. And the final card is the Eight of Wands, which tells me that towards the end of this 30-day period, there's going to be a tremendous amount of change. So I'm going to predict that May is going to be a month of change. Just lots of things coming to you, lots of information, lots of projects, possibly lots of offers of employment if you're looking for employment. Maybe not friends, but maybe social interactions with people that could lead to employment or whatever. And then let's go back and look at this first card again. Now, say this was a new baby. If this was a new baby coming into your life, Would there not be some celebrations of some sort? People would be sending you gifts. People would be connecting with you. And very often you're connecting with people that you haven't seen in a very, very long time. Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't had my microphone over here. I'm sorry. Okay, I hope that's better. And I hope I'm not blasting out your ears right now because I just put on my microphone. All right, so now if we go back to that Ace of Cups, we can see that when things start out at the beginning of the month with a new thing, that instigates more things happening. So I'm going to say that a lot of stuff is going on. The worry that you are having about money is probably going to be short-lived, because I think with all of this other activity going on, you are going to attract money. You are going to attract whatever you need to make money, or new jobs, new employment, new situations that are just going to astound you. And so at the end of this 30-day period, is this going to be important that you don't know this? I don't even know that it's going to be important. However, it is the very middle of a 3-card spread, so it could be important. But I don't think that there's any need to worry that what comes out from this Page of Cups could in any way really jeopardize your standing. It might be embarrassing. It might make you angry, but I don't think it's going to jeopardize your finances or this business that's coming through, or this new lovely thing, either a baby or a relationship or whatever that's happening at the beginning of the 30-day period. So now I'm going to move on to pull the astrology cards for Cancer, roll the astrology dice, and at the end of that I will pull an oracle card. So let's do that. Okay, this is for Cancer, mid-April. Okay. Okay. Earth element stability. That's great. That goes along with your Pentacles. Scorpio, I transform. That's also great. That's wonderful. And Sagittarius, I see. These are great cards for you. Okay, so that's the astrology cards. Now we're going to do the dice. Right, and we have Pluto, which I'm going to leave right on top of Scorpio. Here's the Sagittarius dice, and I'm going to leave the 8 on top of Scorpio too, because that is the number for the 8th house. Okay, and I'm just going to very quickly shuffle the oracle cards. I'm not going to reveal the oracle card until the end, but I don't want to forget it, so I'm just going to... Okay. So let's talk about the astrology cards for Cancer. Now notice, I did not get the Cancer card when I pulled for Cancer. That's because everybody's chart encompasses all 12 signs, all the planets, the luminaries, and there are 12 houses. And there are all these asteroids and dwarf planets and the angles. There's a tremendous amount going on in the chart. But just because we are talking about Cancer and we don't pull a Cancer card does not mean that the reading is wrong in any way. So first we have the earth element stability. So when we're talking about something new that you love, like a baby or a new relationship, and then we're talking about money that you have to juggle back and forth, some unknown news that we don't quite know what to do with, and then money that we're wondering about for our future, and a lot of things happening. When we think about all of those things, it's good to think about the earth element and stability. The earth element allows you to set up your money structure, your money plan, and forget about it. You don't necessarily have to nurture that every single day. You need to look at it once in a while. You need to update it from time to time, not every 5 years, but annually or biannually, you need to take a look at those things. And you need to talk to people that you trust who are knowledgeable about investing if that's what you're going to do. And so this is just saying, Cancer, and I know that you have a really good memory, usually, Cancer. And so I know that you're going to talk to professionals, talk to people that you trust, and I know that you're going to set things up so that you feel really comfortable with your monetary arrangements. Okay, then we have, I'm going to skip Scorpio to now because there's so much emphasis on it, and I'm going to go to the Sagittarius portion. So in your chart, wherever Sagittarius is, that's the part of your chart where you think to yourself, I see, I get it, I understand. Now, if you understand, if you get it in, say, the 10th house for your career, then your career is probably going to go great. Now, you've got Sagittarius coming up on the Astro Dice. It's the little arrow symbol, right? There we go. Let's move it up. So when we're talking about Sagittarius, this is also where you need freedom. It is where you need to be yourself. It is where you need freedom. It is where you need to be able to study prolifically if you want to. It's where you need to be able to have the freedom to study what you want. You don't want anything to be too prescribed. You want it to be allowed. You want to just be allowed to go where your mind takes you. And for the energy of Sagittarius, that means you're studying things like philosophy or religion or alternative lifestyles or alternative religions, not traditional religions. Maybe you're looking at studying foreign cultures, studying a different way of cooking, or maybe you're studying things like the internet. That's kind of a foreign country. That's kind of a different language. Or space. That's another foreign entity, and it has its own language and everything. So there's lots of different ways that you can express Sagittarius, Cancer. Not necessarily just the one house in your chart, but all the things about Sagittarius that may interest you. And since Cancer is so attached to their home and so reluctant to go outside their home if they really don't have to, then things like the internet are great because you can visit other places without leaving your home. So there's something for you in this 30-day period, Cancer, where you're really going to either want to travel or study about something that is different from what you normally study. And that's why Sagittarius is coming up here so strong with both a card and it's coming up on the dice. So be aware of that. Not to make a shameless plug, but I am an astrologer. So if you want to get in touch with me and have your chart done so I can tell you where Sagittarius is, feel free to do that. You can also do that on a lot of different free websites like astro.com, astrotheme.com, or AstroSeek, or even Cafe Astrology. All of those places allow you to do free charts, I believe, and then you can take a look. And they also explain all the little symbols. So wherever Sagittarius is in your chart, that's going to be important to you for at least the next 30 days, probably longer than that. Now, let's get into Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a sister sign, Cancer. It's one of the water signs. And this is where things are going to get very, very interesting for you in the 30 days between mid-April and mid-May. You have both the number 8, the planet Scorpio, and thirdly, you have the Scorpio card. So, Scorpio, very, very important for you in this time frame. Wherever Scorpio is in your chart, that's where you do transform. Now, in this time frame, is this difficult or is this good? Well, Scorpio is a water sign, so the energy of Scorpio for you, Cancer, is very pleasant. It's very easy for you to understand. You're both water signs. You're sort of sister signs because you're 120 degrees away from each other. And you have similar manners in that being a water sign, it's easy for you to read other human beings, same as Pisces. So the key with Scorpio is the I transform part. This comes from the planet Pluto, which came up on your dice, so it might as well have said Scorpio, Scorpio, right? And this means that to me, something is transforming. Now, is it linked to this message that is being hidden from you right now? I'm guessing yes. This is the Page of Cups. This is representing water sign, right? Scorpio is a water sign. You are a water sign, right? And this is upside down. So it's not quite what it seems. It's not quite in the now, or it could, when it comes out, be very unpleasant. Now, these things all ring true for a lot of stuff that happens coming out of Scorpio or the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of transformation because it's ruled by Scorpio, but it also is sometimes unpleasant. It's the house for crises. It's the house for death and taxes. It's also the house for transformation. So something pretty transformational is going to be happening for you, Cancer, in this 30-day period. I do think that monetarily you're going to be okay, and I think that's why the 8 came up, because I think your monetary situation is something that you're worried about, and then you have this other thing that's kind of like stuck in the middle there, this news from the Page of Cups, and then you have the 8 of Wands where there's all these things that are going to be coming at you fast and furious. And so I just want to reassure you that financially, I don't think you're going to be having problems in this period, but I do think that things are going to be changing. You also have the earth element for stability. That also tells me that your money's going to be fine. But, there is going to be change. But you've got earth stability here. So it's not like complete destruction change. It's like something definite in your life is changing, maybe for the better. Maybe a way of looking at it is thinking, transformation can be good for me. Transformation does not necessarily mean bad things. Transformation can be positive. So think about all those things, Cancer. You don't necessarily have to worry about everything that causes change. You are a cardinal sign. You yourself instigate change when you want it. It's when change is imposed on you that you feel very, very uncomfortable. Okay, so that's the dice. That's the Astro Cards. That's, goes on top of the general reading. Now let's look at your Oracle card, and it's Dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. Yes, Cancer, don't hold back. Don't worry about everything. Let your life unfold. Enjoy the beautiful moments that you have, and realize that the transformations that are coming, Scorpio is a sister sign to you. It is not a difficult aspect. It is pleasant. It's a sister sign. So it's very, very pleasant energy. So this transformation could be glorious. Okay, that's what I have to say about you, Scorpio. Great. Alrighty. Now this is going to be for Scorpio for mid-April through mid-May. We're looking at some tarot energy. And then we're pulling out these astrology cards, the Astro Dice, and an Oracle card. So I'm just shuffling up the old astrology cards. Okay, Scorpio, we have the moon. Beautiful. These cards are absolutely beautiful. We have Aries, I am. And we have Jupiter, abundance. Most of the Scorpios I know would love that. Okay. So Scorpio, in this month between mid-April and mid-May, there are going to be some things that you have to definitely look at. The area of your chart where Aries is active is going to be emphasized. Something is going to be abundant. Something is going to be blown up and expanded and made bigger. Let's throw the dice and see where we're going with that. Okay. And we've got Neptune, Pisces, and 7. All right. So Scorpio, let's talk about the moon first. So when we look at the moon in conjunction with Scorpio, we look at secrets. And we have some secrets here with the Page of Cups, not letting information come out. I'm just going to move that card forward so we can see it. The moon is saying that You are going to be working on intuition in this month. And we got the planet Neptune coming up in the dice. And Neptune, I hope you can see that. Neptune is also having to do with dreams and the subconscious. So you have a lot of emphasis on things that are below the surface. So I'm thinking that your intuition is going to be working in overdrive in this time frame, and that you are probably going to figure out what this guy is hiding. You're probably going to know before it even comes out. And so you can gauge your reaction. You can plan your reaction, which you love, Scorpio. When you have the inside track and the inside information, you love that power. You love working with that energy. So don't deny it. I know it's true. I know it's true. I've known too many Scorpios in my life. Okay, now the energy for Aries I am is the Mars energy, and on top of that I'm putting the Astro Dice for the number 7, which has to do with the 7th house, which has to do with partnerships. So what I'm going to say is that I'm just looking for March. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff that's actually in Aries right now. The sun has already gone into Taurus, and that's, well, it's going to be going into Taurus. So the sun is still in Aries, I guess. But if we look at where Mars really is right now, Mars is going from Gemini into Cancer. And so that's going to square either your sun, moon, or rising, whichever one is Scorpio in your chart. And that's going to make things uncomfortable. So I think that your Aries energy here may cause you to kind of barrel in where you should be a little more cautious. Now, Scorpio, usually you are pretty cautious in your actual movements with things, and especially if you are not attacking someone, but if you're kind of like, jumping in and trying to confront somebody with something, usually you're a little more subtle and shrewd and clever than that. So I'm going to say, Scorpio, I don't really need to warn you about this, but I'm going to say that just beware of your impulse to sort of barrel in like a bull in a china shop. That kind of energy is going to be difficult. And I think your partner is going to find it untenable. I think your partner's going to find that they don't like that kind of behavior. They don't like what's going on with that, and they don't like it in general. And that could have an influence on your relationship. So be careful with that. Use your intuition, Scorpio. You usually do. I know I don't probably have to say this, but I'm just saying it anyway, that you will be using your intuition in this time frame from mid-April to mid-May, where in order to gauge how you should react to things, because the moon is reactive and reflective, right? The moon reflects light from the sun, otherwise it has no light of its own. So using your intuition and dealing with things sort of down in the subterranean area where you're used to dealing with things, you pull things out with your intuition that most people never can. So you are probably figuring out all the angles. You're figuring out what everybody's doing. And there are going to be some other things that you find in addition to this little dirty secret that you want to keep secret too. So in the end, Scorpio, I think you're also keeping secrets. Aren't you always? I mean, most Scorpios I know, that's breakfast. Like they have to have a couple of secrets up their sleeves. It just keeps them going. Now, over here with Jupiter in abundance, I put the dice for Pisces, which could also go over here with Neptune. So just this subterranean, below the surface, all the secrets, all the things that nobody knows. That's what you're dealing with, Scorpio. And you're just handling all sorts of secret information that you don't want anyone to know. And it could have bearings on your monetary situation. It really, really could. I mean, there could be some sort of an inheritance or something that didn't get claimed correctly, or that was given to somebody incorrectly long time ago that, maybe somebody's benefiting off of. There could be stealing from a legacy, stealing from a fund, a retirement fund, an IRA, a 401k, a mutual fund of some kind. There could be some sort of illegal activity going on here that you know about. And either you don't want anybody else to know about it, or I'm not going to say that you did it, but for some reason it's not coming to the surface right now. You have your reasons, Scorpio, for bringing things to the surface when you want to, but something like that could be going on too. Now, the Jupiter abundance, whatever is going on with the money, is going to be magnified. It's going to be enlarged. So don't worry about the money. I think I said kind of a similar thing to Cancer. You don't need to worry about the money. The money is going to be okay. Cancer got the Earth Stabilizer card. You're getting the Abundance Jupiter card. So actually your money is bigger money. Their money is more stable, but you're going to be fine monetarily. So whatever did happen with these accounts, these inheritances or 401ks or whatever, is going to be okay. And in fact, is going to be magnified, is going to be increased. So you're going to be fine, Scorpio. I wouldn't worry about any of that stuff. And so, hang on to your secrets the way you always do. Because I think, Scorpio, you do have a good sense of if certain things came out, would they hurt people? And a lot of times, I think people don't realize that with Scorpio, that you're protecting people from being hurt sometimes by keeping your secrets. And because you're so good at getting secrets out of other people and managing those secrets, people should just let you do that. They just shouldn't worry about it. Like, I am okay at keeping secrets. I wouldn't say, that I was like a vault, but people probably shouldn't trust me with all their secrets, because at some point I'm going to expose them. Whereas a Scorpio is not. So just saying, Scorpio, I kind of bow down to you that, you do know how to keep secrets and that you are good at it. All right. So Scorpio, let's go to your Oracle card. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Leadership, right? So like I said, people should just let you lead and get out of the way. It's very similar to the Strength card in a way. But for you, Scorpio, you're operating on a good, high, pure vibrational level. You're not digging down in the muck like people normally accuse you of. You're really working on a higher level and for the highest good of all. And I really, really take my hat off to you for that. So thank you, Scorpio. And this was a great reading. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you. I'm making a mess here. Well, I guess these are the cards that want to come out. These messy cards. Whoop, we got two there. Okay, there we go. Okay, Pisces, you get an extra astrology card. All right. Okay. I'll just put the Oracle card to the side here. Alrighty. Oh, very interesting. You got one of the same cards that Scorpio got. You got the Moon, so very nice. You got the 9th house, Faith. I don't think I've ever gotten that card before. That's great. You got the 2nd house, Owning. That's good for those pentacles that we see down there. And you got the Sun, Spirit. Now, Pisces, we're out of your sun sign time, so I hope you're a Pisces rising or Pisces moon. If you're a Pisces sun, that's okay too. It's just that the sun is not in your sign anymore. So let's roll the dice. Okay, and we've got Saturn, the number 11, and Aries. Very interesting. And we have the Oracle card there. Perfect. Okay, so let's go. So we have our general energies up here that we're dealing with. Now let's look at the astrology cards, starting with the Moon. So Pisces, you're a very intuitive sign, and the Moon is a very important planet to you. But more than that, Moon in Pisces is a really great place to have the moon. It's intuitive there. It's very caring and nurturing. The only thing that's difficult about having a moon in Pisces is that sometimes you can be convinced of things a little too easily and get drawn away or sucked down a rabbit hole on certain topics when really your mind knows better. But your moon, your emotions, your heart kind of goes that way. So with the moon in this period, I'm going to say that you're going to be using your intuition quite a bit to deal with all of these issues. You're going to be using your moon to deal with the hidden information. Going to be using the moon to deal with this with the pentacle issues here, with not enough, I'm thinking not enough money, but maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe it's just that you're having to juggle money, not necessarily because there isn't enough, but it's just a complex situation where you have to really figure out where to put things. And also this lot of stuff coming at us, just boom, 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 lots of stuff coming to you. So I'm sure that you'll be able to use your intuition to work on all of those things. So the next astro card that we have is the ninth house, faith. And this is, although this house is ruled traditionally by Sagittarius, it gets along very, very well with Pisces because Sagittarius and Pisces used to both be ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the classical ruler of Pisces. So the ninth house is a classical comrade of Pisces. So ninth house is the house of faith. It is the house of higher education, higher learning, also higher forms of religion like the mysteries, also foreign cultures and things like that. So with the ninth house, what I'm going to say is that you are dealing with issues of faith. You are maybe questioning your faith. You are maybe looking at changing your philosophical or faith-based beliefs. There's something that's being dredged up about faith, about religion, about spirituality, about philosophy that is impacting you tremendously in this time period. So I think that's why this is coming up and why it's important. Now, we also have the dice for Saturn. Saturn is the taskmaster, the learner, the structure, the construct that one must follow. It's also rules and the conservative leaning part of society, the rule following part of society. So this doesn't go along with faith at all. And so this may be the issue for you this month, that you have to follow some sort of set of rules, but that the rules don't really help you in your faith, that your spirituality is making it difficult for you to follow the rules. It's making it difficult for you to see the point, to see how it all fits together. And this questioning is causing you to go beyond what your traditional religions would provide. Now, we also have the second house, owning. So the second house is the house for values and resources, i.e. your income. So with the two pentacles here, which you're probably wondering about both of them, this is saying, yes, you're going to be possibly changing your method of income. Perhaps you are going to be upping your income. Maybe you're going to stay in the same kind of role but have an increase in your income, or just a change in general. It could be a downgrade in your income. Usually people do not stay in a job when they have a downgrade in their income. Usually they move on. But whatever it is, there's going to be a focus on your income. There's going to be a focus on the second house for resources and earning. But something that people forget in astrology about the second house is it isn't just the house for money. It is the income that you earn from a job. Now, you could have income from other sources, right? That wouldn't be the second house. Also, the second house is values and resources. It's how you value yourself. It isn't just the paycheck. It's what do you think about yourself? Because you could have all the planets in the world in the second house and still be dirt poor because you don't value yourself. So think about that. There are lots of different things to be thinking about, Pisces. It's not just the dollar, and it's not just having more. It's the whole ball of wax. It's how you value yourself. How do you look at your legacy? How do you look at the way you're juggling money? How do you handle the money? What do you feel about the money? What do you feel about yourself? That's what's important, Pisces. So don't forget that piece. Now, we also have the sun, and then we have the dice showing the sign for Aries. Aries is the sign that puts themselves first. And Pisces, that's something that you rarely do. You very often are sacrificing yourself for others because you do have kind of a bleeding heart. You help others a lot before you will help yourself. So what I'm interpreting this Aries on the die to mean is that you need to learn to be not selfish, but a little more self-caring. You need to take care of yourself a little more. You need to give to yourself a little more. That's what the second house is about. The second house is saying, yes, I can serve myself first, and then I can serve others. If I'm talking about a soup line, if I don't eat, how can I serve others the soup? Like the mother on the airplane with the air mask when it drops out of the ceiling. You put the mother puts her air mask on first, and then she puts one on her child. If she passes out, she can't give anything to her child. So it's the same thing, Pisces. You need to take care of yourself. You need to value yourself. You need to love yourself. And then all the other things will flow in line. Then we have the sun. The sun, like Aries, puts themselves first. The sun is the symbol of our heart. This is what we want to be known for. Ultimately, it's our legacy, but when we're just in, going through our journey in life, it's just what we want to be known for right now. So with the sun here, it's telling me that Pisces, if you are a sun Pisces, what you want to be known for is your caring and compassion and ability to heal and self-sacrifice. That is what you want to be known for. But if you don't also take care of yourself, you won't be known for anything, because you'll perish. You have to take care of yourself. You have to feed yourself, clothe yourself, put yourself first in some way. So Pisces, a lot of information here has to do with the way you care about yourself, the way you value yourself. So make sure that you are taking care of all of that in this 30-day period. It did not shed any light on what these numerous things are that is going to be coming at you. But I do think that for all three water signs, I think that the issue surrounding money is do not worry. You will be okay monetarily. You do need to value yourself, but you will be okay monetarily. There isn't anything here that says, oh, disaster, everything's going to go out the window. So let's look at our oracle card to cap this off. And your oracle card is New Beginnings, Begin Your New Life. Now, this card goes along with this card. The very first card of the reading said, Ace of Cups, my cup overflows with love. And that can either be a new relationship, a love of oneself, a newfound philosophy or religion that helps you really love yourself, reigniting a romance that once was, could be a new romance, could be a baby. So lots of beautiful new beginnings. And that's what this is saying is, it is a new beginning. Begin your new life. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. All right, Pisces, that's it for this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much. Okay, water signs, that was your reading for mid-April through mid-May. I hope you liked it. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, please give the video a thumbs up if you would. It really helps the channel. If you'd like to get a personal reading from me, my contact information is showing on the screen right now. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. That's the reading for now, and I'll see you next time.